Okay guys, the previous done topic, it was nothing but the introduction to partnership. We have just understood that what is partnership in the previous video of mine. Now let us go to the next point where we need to understand what is the first chapter or what is the first topic that we have to learn. It is fundamentals of partnership. Fundamentals, fundamental for a small child. He learns numbers, he learns alphabets. The child learns how to count, the child learns how to find out what color and which fruit or what vegetable, the name and everything. It is a fundamental taught to a child. Now if we are the same child of a particular class where something is new to us totally and we are learning about it, it is called fundamentals of that concept. Now the fundamentals of partnership is going to teach us about partnership, going to take us to the accounting treatment of each and everything which we are going to learn in the form of a journal, in the form of a ledger, and what are the different things that we have to prepare. That is what we are going to learn in this topic, which is called fundamentals. Now let us go to the fundamental flow once again. Now when I talk about fundamental, it is going to start of a business which is starting of partnership. There can be 2, there can be 3 members, there can be 4. We have already had a word about maximum and minimum partners in a firm. But just I want to add a point to your knowledge that CBSE curriculum, when you talk about partnership, you will maximum get 4 partners in a firm. Or you get 2, 1 is added, and that means admission. You get 3, 1 is retiring or a person died. That means when you talk about CBSE, just because it is an accounting, we have to do it on papers, which is not totally practical. It is a theory concept. We have 3 partners in a question, sometimes 2, and maximum there can be 4 partners. So back to the topic, starting of partnership we have done. We have prepared, like there can be a deed which we discussed in the previous video. It can be a deed present or an oral agreement between partners. Preferable is you should have a deed. Without the deed, in case of some you can say disagreement between partners, you cannot judge or give a judgment for the same. Now let's say what problem do we get if there is no deed? When I talk about oral agreement means no deed. What is the problem? Nothing is defined. When it is no deed concept, nothing is defined. At the end of a year, someone can cheat me. I can only fight with him if I have something as an agreement written between both of us and registered. Otherwise, I have no legal obligation. I can just fight. That's it. Coming to the next point, that what is fundamental chapter going to teach us, or what are we going to do in the fundamental chapter? It is at the end of the year, when we have started the partnership and the year has ended, we are going to share the profits once we have generated the profit for the year. Coming to the point once again, from where did you calculate profit, or you can say how did you get profit? You prepare your trading account, you prepare your PL account, and then the profit is calculated. Over here, the profit which we are going to share is nothing but the net profit which you have learned how to calculate in sole proprietorship. This is the profit which you are going to share. Now there are many things which you have to learn. The net profit from PL will be given to you, and you are going to do the next step for the same. Now first let us come to the previously done topic, partnership deed, and then we will be back. What are we supposed to do when there is a deed or no deed concept? Now this is partnership deed and the content of the same. Previous topic, I did not describe the content of the deed. It is a very vast topic. You can write anything in your deed. Your name, your address, your firm, your address of the firm, your motive, what is the business about, everything has to be written. Let us take the very important points at a glance. The name of the partners, I can say the name of the partners, address, and all details will be written. So when you talk about name of the partners, address and information, this is the first point, partners. The next very important point, profit sharing ratio. What is profit sharing ratio? It is all about which ratio. Let's say if I talk about 2:1. Now I have made a profit. There were 2 partners. I have made a profit of 3 lakh. And the ratio is written as 2:1. I have to distribute 3 lakh in the ratio 2:1. Now when I talk about 2:1, this is a very simple concept yet difficult for them who have not done ratio chapter in junior classes or who don't remember. 2:1 means the total money will be divided into three parts. How three? 2:1, 2 plus 1, 3. One partner will get 2, another partner will get 1. Let us go to the next one. After the profit sharing ratio it is written. Let's say some partner is all the time present in the office working. Another partner has some other work, he does it and then comes for a short time. Then the partner who is in the business seated for 8 hours, 10 hours a day should get some extra benefit for his time devotion to the work. That is the salary to the partner. He has to get something extra. Now when we talk about the next point, that is commission. What is commission? It is given to the person. Normally when we talk about commission, let's say we have a firm, we are dealing with some products which we have to sell. If one of the partner takes the responsibility of the sales totally, then he is doing it and he takes extra effort to do that apart from the business hours. The extra effort which the partner takes for selling the goods, on that purpose, for that purpose, he will get some commission on the value of sale. The next point is, this is very important now, capital. The partners have already contributed capital into the business. Very important it is for all of us to know, there can be a situation where among two partners, one has contributed, the other has not contributed. Only one partner is the investor, other partner is just working with him. Can be a partner for sure. Even if I don't contribute any amount of money, I can be a partner in the partnership firm. So if I have contributed money and the other partner has not contributed money, I should get something extra benefit as compared to that person. That is called interest on capital. It is from the point of view like if I would have not started that business and I would have invested my money somewhere else. In that case, what would have I got? I would have got interest from anyone. It can be bank where I can invest my money. It can be mutual funds. It can be shares. It can be just a local money lender concept where I can give money and I'll just get the benefit in the form of interest. So that is the interest on capital that would be given to people who have invested money in the business. Now the concept will come, sir, what if both of the partners have invested money? In that case, when you talk about interest on capital, if both have contributed equal amount, they will get equal interest. If they have contributed different amounts, they will get different interest because it is prescribed in the deed that interest on capital will be given at the rate 6% or at the rate 8% or whatever it is. Coming to the next point, when I talk about now, this word is very common to all of us. Once again, as a revision, you can take it. Drawing is something which you take away from business for your personal use. So when you talk about drawings, say suppose I am a partner, I am withdrawing money for my personal use. In that case, this drawings definitely in the form of money if I have withdrawn. It is the business money which I am using for my personal use. In that case, I have to pay interest to the firm just like the firm pays interest to me as interest on capital. So this is interest on drawing. It can be written, it can be 5%, 7%, whatever is written and agreed. You should remember the thing that whether you have oral agreement or you have a written agreement, the things have to be mentioned there. Even if I have an oral agreement, things can be decided for sure. Now coming to the last point, there are times when the business is in need of extra money. We are running, we got a project or we got an order. So the business is in need of extra money which I am ready to give because I have excess money at home which belongs personally to me. And if I take a bank loan in that concept as a firm, I have to pay interest to the bank. So in that case, if a partner is willing to give money as loan to the firm, just keep one thing in your mind very clearly. Capital and loan are two different things. You should not merge them together. Capital means you start a business, you invest money, that is capital. But when the business is in need of money and you provide money to the business at the time of need, that is loan given to the business. This is the loan given to the firm. Given to firm. So you have to keep it in mind that this over here, the partner gives the loan to the firm and he can he cannot demand anything over there. It can be already decided that you give a loan, you get 10% interest. It has to be written in the deed. Now let us come to the best part of these all things. Everything is mentioned and a situation arises. We both partners have a disagreement related to salary. Ki bhai salary, I want salary of 12,000. But in the agreement, this salary is written at rupees 8,000. So keep it in mind, whatever is written would be given to the partner. He cannot demand. The demand will never be accepted because written is 8, you will get 8 no matter what. Only one condition is there where a partner can demand and get if the other partner agrees. If he is not agreeing and it is 8,000 written in the deed, he will get 8,000 only. Now the next point. These all things, deed and no deed concept is there. When the deed is there, written deed is there and the written deed is not there. So first point, profit sharing ratio. Whatever is written in the deed will be followed no matter whosoever is claiming what rate. If it is written 2:1, it will be given 2:1. The next point, salary. If it is written 8,000, it will be given 8,000. If it is not written, it won't be given. The next one, commission. Whatever is written will be given. Now these all points are the same. Interest on capital, whatever is written is to be given. Interest on drawings, whatever is written is to be given. And interest on loan, whatever percentage is written would be given. But the best part, what if there is no deed and there is a problem with distribution of profit? When there is no deed, only two things you have to remember. Apart from each and everything we know about the deed, we are not going to look at anything. The profit sharing ratio, irrespective of the fact of capital contribution, would be equal. Equal means if I have made a profit of 4 lakh, it will be distributed equally to both the partners. No salary would be given. If there is no deed, no record, no salary. If there is no deed, no record, no commission. If there is no deed, no record, no interest on capital. If there is no deed, no record, no interest on drawings would be charged. And the last point, interest on partner's loan. There is no deed, no record, but it would be given at the rate of 6% for sure, irrespective of the fact that it was not written. Because if we would have taken that loan from outside, we would have paid some amount of interest to the firm from where we have taken the money. Now coming to the point, let's talk about deed and no deed concept just very quickly. What if there can be a question in the mind, sir, this is written in the deed, it is written 2:1, but salary is not written, then what should we do with the salary? We will follow no deed concept. When the deed is silent about salary, are we supposed to give? No. If the deed is silent about commission, are we supposed to give? No. So when you talk about any point which is not written in deed, you have to follow no deed concept. Now coming to the point, if the deed is silent about interest on loan, but we have to pay. So you have to very carefully use both the concepts, whether it is a deed written or not written. Whatever is written would be followed and whatever is not written would be treated as no deed concept. No claim would be accepted if there is no deed, and so we have to follow only two things, PSR and interest on loan. There are many questions which come every year, sir, but if I am working, I should be paid more. If I am doing this, I should be given commission. You should be. But if it is not written, you don't have the right to claim. And if there is oral agreement, if the partners deny to give you, you cannot prove that fact also. So this is all about partnership. You have to keep one thing very simple and very carefully. You have to go through all these things as notes. They are there in your book. You have to go through all these concepts as theory, because if the fundamental is perfect, I can guarantee you 30 out of 30 in CBSE 2021. If you miss any of these points, it's not clear in your mind, you will lose marks in exams for sure. The most important concept is deed and no deed comparison. We'll come back with the topic when you are in the classroom after these holidays. Then we will take this topic one day and I'll further clarify this with you, keeping figures on the board. So this is all about partnership fundamentals, a glimpse. And just keep it in your mind. We are not going to come back and explain this again to you, because I don't want to waste my time. I go to the topic now keeping sums and other concepts from your book, and we would discuss that. I'll not describe this once again to you. So you have to be very careful when you are listening to me, and the best part is when I'm taking a live class, you can go ahead, and if it is uploaded on YouTube, you can again rewind and go through. That's what the possibility is all about. So thank you, have a nice day. We'll again continue with the topic next.